Hey everybody, welcome. Welcome to my live stream. Say hi to everybody that's here already. Happy New Year, Wendy. How you doing? Glad you're here. Richard, glad you're here. I gotta get a dimmer switch for this office because see how bright the light is over Enoch? I gotta put in a dimmer because it's driving me crazy. So uneven. So uneven. Josh, how you doing? Glad you are here. Welcome to my live stream. I sold some weird stuff just today. Try to adjust this. I sold bee venom and I sold um, grain sacks. See if you follow me on Instagram. I sold some of the weirdest things. Maybe it's like a new trend. Oh yeah, I put the bee venom on there. Yeah, grain sacks and bee venom. Put in the chat if you've ever sold any of that kind of stuff before. And I'm not picking on women, but it's a facial mask, and I've heard of a mud mask before, and this is a mask. It's supposed to tighten your pores and make you look prettier, and it's made out of bee venom, and it's got some big warnings on the box, like if you're allergic to bees, don't use this. It's like, well, yeah, I would think. I took a picture. See if I can find it. Oh, here we go. I don't know if this is going to show up real well. Okay, stop. If you can see that warning. Of course, it's not going to work. There we go. See that? That's the warning on the bee venom facial mask. Product causes stinging effect. Do not use if you have a bee allergy. No, really? Not suitable for sensitive skin. Patch testing prior to use is recommended. Keep out of reach of children. You want to put that on your face? Okay. To each his own. Yeah, I never heard of it either. I went retail arbitrage shopping at a Marshalls store. That's like if you don't know Marshalls, it's like TJ Maxx and all of those stores. And Marshalls has, name brand products at a lower price, and then they put things on sale with a red price tag. So me and Mrs. Midwest went shopping on the east side of Michigan, Auburn Hills. Went to the biggest Marshalls store I've ever seen in my life. And I went to the HBA section. She went to the clothing section. And I went to like the cosmetics and the facial mask and the bar soap and anything I could find with a red price tag is super, super cheap. And I use my eBay app and I scan it, looked it up. I got a whole drawer full of, Proactive. I already sold all the Proactive, but facial masks and makeup, all that kind of stuff. So far, I'm doing pretty good on it. Yeah, you can make some good money on it, that's for sure. Yeah. Yeah, I've been doing research, Richard, on I use Adobe Premiere Elements, and I've done some research on YouTube on special effects. So I'm this close to figuring out the special effects. It's not easy. I can make him blink, make him move and stuff, but it's a lot of work. Girl Hustle, hello, welcome to my live stream. Glad you're here. Jennifer, welcome, welcome. Jennifer Hayes, have you ever used a bee venom facial mask? I just sold 3 of them for 40 bucks. It's on my Instagram. I had no idea people did that until I bought them at Marshall's. That sounds kind of painful. Beth, welcome to the live stream. Glad you are here. So I'll put that that's my first question of the night. Put it in the chat. Facial mask is pretty common. Mrs. Midwest was even going to give me a facial mask one time. But now, when I was a kid, it was just a mud mask. But now there's all these different products, like you paint it on liquid and then it peels off like plastic and all different stuff. But put in the chat if you've ever used a facial mask made from bee venom. from their stinger. I'd be curious to know if anybody that I know has ever done that. Yeah, that was a once a year trip. Auburn Hills. We went there to go Christmas shopping in like October. So I don't know if I'll go to that one. I might go to a Marshalls around me at the smaller Marshalls store. They have new in the package, Nike brand, Under Armour brand, underwear, socks, clothes with tags, marked pretty cheap. You can do pretty good. Um, but I don't think I'll go to that big one for a while. Let's see if we got anybody new. Yeah, he's got a Midwest Picker mask on now and his favorite baseball hat, so he's back to semi-normal, if you could call it that. Vicky Bluebird, welcome to the live stream. Glad you're here. Talking about facial masks. For people that just got here, I was telling Wendy and the others. I think it was Josh. I did some retail arbitrage at a Marshalls and bought cosmetics, HBA items, and facial mask. It's like in a cream in a jar that turns to plastic and you peel it off, but it contained bee venom from their stingers, and pretty expensive. But I was just curious if anybody's ever used that. I think it was $2 a jar, so I lotted them up. Cost of goods was $6. I think my listing price was $59.95, and I took a best offer of $40 plus priority mail shipping on top. Hey, what's happening, Chad? We're talking makeup. Don't leave, because if you don't sell makeup and HBA items, you're missing out. But I sold 3 little jars of facial mask for $40. It did pretty good. Jennifer says she has not. I don't blame you. Yeah. The warnings on the package scare me. Everybody's saying no, no, no. Okay. Yeah, it seems kind of scary. Hey, Select Pet, welcome, welcome. How are you doing tonight? Glad you're here. Harry, you're never tardy. You just pop in when you can. We're talking bee venom. Does Sweetsy ever use a facial mask, Harry, that you know of made of bee venom? Because I just sold that on eBay for $40 for 3 little jars. Made pretty good money. Oh, McJam Family Flippers, welcome to the live stream. Yeah, we had a good New Year's. Everybody was safe, doing good. I sold some grain sacks. So anybody of you that live in a rural area, you might know what that is. I picked a thrift store that was going out of business. Everything was 75% off. Big canvas grain sacks for, I don't know, $3 a piece. And what did I sell them for? I gotta look it up. I don't even know. I put it on the Instapot, the Instagram. $25 for 2 of them, and I paid $6, something like that. They're in rough shape. They were stained and they got a weird smell because they're pretty old. But yeah, if you see grain sacks or canvas sacks or peanuts or anything like that, you can usually get them pretty cheap. And people sell them and they hang them on the wall. Sometimes restaurants will hang them on the wall. Let's see. Pamela Lynn, welcome, welcome. Happy New Year to you too. Glad you're here. We're talking HBA, makeup, and grain sacks. So Pamela Lynn, I threw a question out earlier in the chat. I know people use facial mask like the mud mask or just a plain one that you peel off, or Proactive or anything like that. I sourced some in a jar that contained bee venom that may sting your skin, and it's real expensive. Sold it on eBay. I'm just curious if there's anybody in the chat that's ever used facial mask product with bee venom in it, because I'm learning. I'm not afraid to source and sell makeup and HBA items. There's a lot of money in that. Yeah, that's cool. There's money in it. You're not sure? You should ask her, Harry. Ask Sweetsy. Say, hey, Midwest Picker wants to know if you put bee venom on your face. See what she says. Wow, that's really cool. That's really good. Rodney Pack, welcome. I think you're new. Welcome to the live stream. Glad you're here. I love seeing new people. We're talking about kind of like bolos. Be on the lookout. It's what we've been sourcing and selling. I've had four sales in one day. I mean, that's crazy for me because I'm part-time, but yeah, HBA items, makeup items. So I sourced them at Marshall's, super cheap, red tag. If you ever go to Marshall's or TJ Maxx, they already sell their items cheaper than other stores do. But then they also have clearance items and sale items, and they'll put special price tags. I know what did I call it? Yeah, the Marshalls here um, will use a red price tag, and you keep your eye out for that. And it can be anything, clothing, makeup items, doesn't matter. No, you haven't used that. I don't think too many people have. It's kind of expensive and it seems scary. The warning label on it is really scary. Obviously, you can't use it if you're allergic to bees. Yeah, okay. Yeah, there's a lot. I was saying, like, when I was a kid back in the 70s, it was a mud mask that was super popular. Now they've got all kinds of stuff. Da, da, da. People saying hi. Yeah. Yeah, TJ, I think they're all owned by the same company, TJ Maxx, Marshalls. There's a couple others in other parts of the country that go by different names. Basically, it's a discount store. Burlington Coat Factory, things like that. Um, they just they get the older items, I guess. If they've been retail for 6 months or longer, the stores like Macy's and J.C. Penney will sell them off to these other stores, and they'll sell them cheap. And then if those discount stores can't sell them in a certain amount of time, they red tag them and mark them down even more. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, I think Harry's birthday was probably yesterday, January 2, I think. We got a lot of resellers with birthdays in January. I learned that on New Year's Eve. That's crazy. Michigan Pickers, welcome, welcome. Glad you are here. Yeah, that kind of reminds me. Somebody asked me a while back, a couple months ago, when I first started doing lives, how I picked the name Midwest Picker. Um, and it's because I wanted Michigan Picker. It made more sense because I live in Michigan. And then I went on YouTube, and there were several channels that already had that name, either plural or singular. And I'm like, man, I can't pick that. So I did a search for Midwest Picker or Pickers, and there was nobody that had the channel at the time. And I'm like, oh, I'm going to grab that one. So remind me, Michigan Pickers, what part of Michigan, if you don't mind saying? I'm in West Michigan in the Grand Rapids area, but I do source Indiana. I don't know that I sourced Illinois or Ohio even, but because my name's Midwest Picker, I should probably start sourcing further away, so my name makes sense. Dun, dun, dun. Thank you for the reminder. Yeah, please hit that thumbs up if you don't mind. It helps me out. Did you? You almost had that. Well, the other thing too, when I was thinking of a channel name, because Dave the Wave is just not going to work for reselling, neither is Dashcam Dave. So those are my old names. I had to change it. I also wanted the domain, the .com. So um, after after I chose Midwest Picker for YouTube, then I immediately went to GoDaddy and did a domain search, and MidwestPicker.com was available. I was shocked because you would think every .com in the world is already taken, but it was available and I bought it. So I figure if I can secure the domain, I might as well stick with Midwest Picker. I think I missed you, Chandra. Welcome. Welcome to my live stream. Glad you're here. Got several Michigan people in here. Got a lot of Midwest. We got Midwest Merchandiser, Midwest Bargains, Michigan Pickers, Chandra. Okay, you're in the Warren area. Do you know Blake, the reseller here on YouTube? Blake Noblock, I think is his name. Pretty big. He's got about 80,000 subscribers. He's got a good YouTube channel. He's from Novi, I think, area. I was born in Livonia. Of course, I don't remember that because it was a long time ago, 55 years ago. But I lived in Livonia until I was like 4, and then we moved to Grand Rapids. But we have a lot of family. Used to have family in South Lyon, and then they all moved north towards the Traverse City area. But I know my way around Novi, South Lyon, Pontiac, Auburn Hills. That's where we sourced all this makeup when I went to Marshall's. Was that big outlet mall in Auburn Hills. you you word Midwest dumpster duo. Okay, Midwest is a pretty popular name in one combination or another. Yeah, speaking of meetups, I'm going to lose control of this. I'm so gabby. I just talk and talk. Um, Speaking of meetups, I got a call from my employer yesterday on a Sunday. Was today Sunday? Saturday. Hey Chuck, welcome to the live stream. Here, North Coast. My employer called me on a Saturday, which is odd, and I signed up for the COVID vaccine, and I thought, there's no way I'm not going to get that thing until spring. You know, we have 35,000 employees, but I did sign up. I don't know, as soon as we could. I think it was before Christmas, like December 22 is when we could first start putting our name in, saying we want it. But I work from home. I'm a chart auditor. I'm not a patient-facing employee, so I thought I'm going to be at the bottom of the list. It's going to take till April. They called me on Saturday and said, "Hey, we're going to schedule you for a COVID vaccine because you signed up," and I get it Tuesday, January 5th. So I'm very excited. That was fast, super fast. So January 5th, and then January like 26th for the booster shot. So I was very thrilled. I did not want to wait till April to get the vaccination. Welcome, Vintage Vagabond. How are you? Welcome to the live stream. I believe your name is Sue, because I'm really trying to remember names. There's a Faith and there's a Sue, and I know you're Sue. Haven't seen Faith in a while, but I am, as I always complain, trying to learn first names. And I got to keep up with the chat because people answer my questions and then I can't remember what my question was. Okay. Saline, Michigan. I think I've heard of it, but I have no idea where it is. So I think the vote or the tally in the chat is majority of people have not used the bee venom facial mask, is what it sounds like. Casey Scrapper. Hello from Kansas City, Missouri. Not a scrapper anymore, just a catchy name. Well, I'm glad you're in my live stream. Welcome. I have family in Branson. We got pickers in Missouri. If you know bluegrass picker and show me picker, they're both from Missouri. But yeah, I got a ton of family in the Branson area. But welcome to my live stream. It's a small world. Kathy, welcome. How are you doing? I thought you were a daytime lady. I didn't think you got out this late at night, but I'm glad you're here. Some people will do live streams like Glock fan. His name is Tim. He's usually a day person, and I think he's like me. He goes to bed earlier. You don't see him at night very often. I see Kathy during the day a lot, so I didn't know you also were on at night. I like your avatar too. That's very very interesting. Glad you're here. Welcome. She's a live auction friend and YouTube friend. You'll see her a lot too on Two Hip Chicks live stream Tuesdays and Thursdays at noon. Kathy's a frequent guest there. I'm going to guess your name is Barb. Kath's sarcastic like I am. Same sense of humor. I'm guessing your name's Kathy. But you never know. Some people have a different YouTube name than their real name. Kathy, we had a question earlier. Facial masks, not just women, I guess, but people who put them on and peel them off. And I just sold some in a jar made with bee venom with all these warning labels on it. May sting your skin, not for sensitive skin. Can't use it if you're allergic to bees. Have you ever used a facial mask with bee venom in it? It's kind of pricey. So that's the question of the day for the chat, if you don't mind sharing your experience. Did your face swell up? Did it sting? Or are you one who has never tried it? Mike, how are you doing? I don't know what Mike's first name is. I've been trying to guess for a long time. I'm gonna guess Mike. Yeah, I bet Harry. That's hey, the wife is here. Welcome. Everybody say hi to Mrs. Midwest. She is not joining, but she's joining in chat. And I think she heard the question. I think I know the answer. I don't think Mrs. Midwest has used a facial mask made with bee venom before. I don't think she would do that because the warning label was pretty scary. I'm willing to use a facial mask, but not with bee venom. That's where I draw the line. Harry says it breaks him out. Oh yeah, so instead of gross food, Harry, like candy canes or weird stuff, maybe I should go live on your channel and we should both put a facial mask on live on YouTube with the bee venom ingredient. I bet you that would go viral. That'll get your subscriber count up. I'm gonna try to catch up here. Oh my gosh, I'm so far behind. People popping in, I don't even know they're here. Maybe count as a no, it would not. No, but it would be fun to watch somebody put it on. Rodney Pack. Well, welcome to my live stream, Rodney. I love it when people's YouTube names have their name because it's real easy for me to learn. But welcome to my live stream. Glad you're here. I think you're new, but we're glad you're here talking about sourcing, bolos, be on the lookout. I was just telling these guys, me and Mrs. Midwest right here, we went to Auburn Hills to do Christmas shopping and went to Marshall's, the biggest Marshall's I've ever seen in my life. It was like 4 football fields. It was huge. And she went to the clothes. I went to the HBA. I'm not afraid to buy makeup, cosmetics, any of that stuff. If it's got a red tag and it's super cheap, 80% off, I'll buy it and I'll sell it. And I'm doing pretty good. Wow. Okay. Good to know. Kathy's day and night. Rob and Lisa are here. Welcome. If you guys don't know, a little trivia. This might become a trivia question in the near future. Before I started reselling videos on YouTube, I probably had, I don't know, 80 subscribers, 100 I mean, hardly any at all, 70 subscribers. And then I started making reselling videos, 1, 2, 3 videos. I'm up to like 150 now. And Rob and Lisa were one of my first subscribers when I started the reselling videos. So that'll probably be a trivia question. Oh, do you? Thanks. I think I'm going to change my avatar every year. I don't know, every 6 months, every year. I'm just going to switch it up and change it. Okay, so you haven't used it. I think me and Harry are going to try the bee venom facial mask on Harry's channel. That ought to be pretty cool. Hopefully I'm not allergic. I don't think I'm allergic to bee stings, but we'll find out. Yeah. Yeah, that was an unusual New Year's Eve. She was one place, I was another, and it was our anniversary. Girl Hustle, welcome. I think you were here earlier, weren't you? See, now I'm confused. You were. I think you're saying hello to someone else. I'm doing the D. Where is it? Well, maybe not. Oh yeah, yeah, you were here earlier, 8:06 p.m. You said no to something. Now I just said hello to you again. Oh, everybody's saying hello to Mrs. Midwest. No bee venom for me, thanks. Yeah, that's smart. That's not a way you want to find out you're allergic to bees, is putting bee venom on your face. Probably, yeah, that's what I'm thinking, Chuck. Maybe we should market cobra venom facial mask for men, because that would be really cool. Could you imagine the logo for that product? Yeah, cobra venom facial mask for men. I like it. Question. Let's see. Midwest Packer, like, do you ever kick yourself for passing on something you weren't educated on? I saw 13-inch Turbo Man doll at a flea market and laughed thinking it was overpriced at 15. Yeah, I can't remember the last time it happened, but it has happened. Where I made a video, a source. I'm gonna unselect your comment so you can see me. I made a sourcing video. I was at a thrift store, and then after I posted it on YouTube, I got a lot of comments. They said, "Hey, you didn't buy this item, or you walked right past this plate. It's worth tons of money." Um, so I actually went back and tried to buy the stuff, and it was gone. So yeah, that has happened. I can't remember off the top of my head specifically what the item. I have 191 videos. Jennifer knows. I do have a document here called Year in Review for 2020. Um, I'm feeling really gutsy, so I think I'm going to try to share my screen and show it to you guys. Almost 200. Okay. Yeah, I think that's total live and recorded or uploaded. But yeah, if I think of a specific item I missed on, I'll let you know. Rodney, I've been reselling now for 2 years. How did you start with YouTube? That's a great question. My very first video, episode 1, explains it. It's a very sad and terrible video because this wall behind me is blank and I have no lighting. And so the production value is really pathetic, and I was nervous, and so anyway, if you want to watch episode 1, it pretty much explains it. But what happened was I had a YouTube channel of like my son playing football and my granddaughter's birthday, just the family stuff that nobody wants to see. And then my sister, Blue House Brocanti, who pops in every now and then, she wanted to start selling on eBay because she was hearing me say all these things I was selling. So she wanted my help to get started. So I got a legal pad out and I started writing down everything you need to know to be a reseller, from sourcing to determining your platform, local pickup, shipping, eBay, Mercari, Posh, Etsy, how to list, how to source, how to take pictures, how to research, all that kind of stuff. And 15 pages in this legal pad, I'm like, this is going to take forever to try to explain this to her. Um, so I called her and I said, "Hey, how about if I make a video for each subject and put it on my YouTube channel that I don't use and mark them private? And then I'll send you the link and then you can just watch the video, and that'd be a lot faster than me trying to explain it to you." And I don't remember if it was her or me, but I'll give her the credit. I think she said, "Well, why don't you just make them public? Why mark them private? Just share it with everybody." So that started it. So that was what I did. And in doing that, I discovered resellers for the first time. This was like April or May of 2019, I think. And I discovered Taco Stacks and Rally Roots, and realized that there was an actual reselling community on YouTube I didn't even know existed. So that's what got the ball rolling. I saw what they were doing, what sold on eBay videos, sourcing videos, managed payment is coming videos, all that kind of stuff. So that's what kind of got it started. And the more I watched other people do it, the more I got hooked and started doing it myself. No, Chad. Was I talking too fast? Year in review, not urine review. Of course, I'm a nurse, so I suppose I could do a urine analysis in review. Hey, Craig. How you doing? Welcome to my live stream. Glad you're here. We are talking about bee venom facial masks. Let us know in the chat if you've ever tried that. Thank you, Jennifer, for dropping links. I got to catch up because I'm very long-winded. Yeah, Jennifer, is your wrist completely healed? I know that you had an injury earlier. It's probably all healed up by now. Yeah, I did get that one. That's in a box because I'm lazy. But yeah, it was a cabbage soup tureen. Kat, the nurse Flipper, said you need to go back and get that. It's made by Holland Ceramic Company. I think it's kind of expensive. It was like $8, but it's worth like 30 or 40. So I did go back and I did get that one. True story. Da, 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 da. Yeah, if any of you are interested in seeing a really pathetic video that explains why I do this, watch episode 1 and then drop a comment, LOL or oh my gosh, this video is hilarious or whatever. There's no Enoch, there's no Joey, there's nothing. Rebel Junk, welcome. Yeah. Yeah, you probably already heard that story. Glad you're here. Welcome to the live stream. Trying to get caught up. It's funny how far. Yeah, if you don't know this, if you have a favorite YouTube content creator, say Dominic Primetime Treasure Hunter or Peter Craigslist Hunter, a lot of hunters all of a sudden. But yeah, go to one of your favorite YouTube channels, go to their homepage, and then go to the video tab, and then to the right there's like the 3-dot drop down menu, and you can change it from oldest to newest, and then you can watch their very first video. It's very entertaining. If you watch like Rally Root's very first video or Rockstar Flipper's very first video, they've been on YouTube for quite a long time, and if you watch their very first one, it's entertaining. Don the Auction Professor, stuff like that, and you can see how their production value improves over time. So very interesting. You would flunk. Never tried the mask. That's good. I don't think too many people have. Uh-oh, we got new people in here. I gotta catch up. You ready to mask up, Harry? I think that's probably a safer bet than disgusting, gross food. I don't know. I think people maybe we should put that to a vote. Would people prefer to see us eat gross candy canes, like ketchup flavored candy canes, or would they prefer us to put on a facial mask and let it set and then peel it off? I think people would prefer. Hey, East Kentucky Picker. Welcome, welcome. Glad you're here. We're talking about facial masks and bolos and sourcing. Oh, don't apologize. I'm glad you're here. There's another member of the Midwest gang, Jason, Midwest Merchandiser. We were talking about how popular the name Midwest is. I probably know four people that have that. Oh, there's a fifth one. Lego Man of the Midwest. I think I've seen him before. So that would make like 5 people I know with Midwest in their name. Well, look who's here. Dominic, I was just talking about you. Welcome, welcome. And then I forgot to put in a plug. Many people in the chat, and Jennifer is dropping links, have fantastic YouTube channels, so please check those out. Chicken fried steak. Central Cali. Yeah, we probably got 5 inches of snow last night, and it's about 30 degrees. I'm always curious what the weather's like there in Central California. So you're close to Napa Valley, all that kind of fun stuff. Is that where you're at? Ish. I mean, you're probably hundreds of miles, but still closer than me. Oh, yeah, Dominic, I think you might have caught it. I was telling people if you'd like some entertainment, go to your favorite YouTube content creator, go to their homepage, and then click the video tab, and then the menu, select oldest to newest, and watch their very first video. I did that on your channel. But like Don the Auction Professor and Peter the Craigslist Hunter and Rally Roots and all that, it's fun to watch their very first video to see how they've progressed and changed and improved over time. And it's pretty hilarious. Mine first 10 are very funny just because they're so poorly made. Yeah, that's the classic movie. Even, Little Midwest loves The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. She loves that movie. She likes westerns and, like, The Magnificent Seven. She likes that movie too. Make sure I'm not missing anybody here. Did you ever list or sell? The tiles are all listed. I sold, a pear and a green apple. I think that's it so far, but they're all listed. 1995 with best offers turned on. Um, Shipping is tricky because they're really heavy. They're like, I don't know, 13 and a half ounces. So when I put it in a box, I have to like, well, there's four flaps on each side of the box. So two flaps cover it, and then you got two underneath. Those underneath flaps, I have to like almost cut them off to come in at 15.9 ounces. It's super close. But yeah, they're doing okay. I'm being patient. So yeah, I think I sold two, and they more than paid for it because I paid $10 for all of them. One sold for full price, 19.95. One sold, I took a best offer of 16.95, I think. Yeah, he's got the niche. Peter, the Craigslist hunter, has something that most of us don't, and that's a brick and mortar store. Show Me Pickers. He has an antique store in Missouri or Missouri, but very few resellers have a brick and mortar store that they can incorporate into their YouTube channel with employees and pets and all that. So he has really got a monopoly on that. If people like that, kind of like Pawn Stars type of videos, and his is obviously real and not scripted. I think that's why people like it so much. But yeah, he's very different. That's for sure. It's my favorite. Be right back. All right. Yeah, I like him because he's real. Do the mask. All right, Harry. So far, we got one vote for doing the mask. Two votes for doing the mask. Of course, I'm out of the bee venom because I sold them, but I do have plain mask. I could mail it to Harry. That would be kind of fun. Of course, I've never done it before. Oh my gosh, am I this bad? No, you got a fine name. I wouldn't change a thing. That's good. Chris is here. Welcome, welcome, Chris. Another great YouTube channel. If you guys don't know Chris, he's also a frequent flyer in the YouTube auction world. And a lot of people don't know this, but I'm just part time. I do this as a hobby and for fun. But a lot of times, if I see full time resellers that rely on reselling as their single source of income, if I'm in the same auction they are and they're bidding on something, I'll just pull out and stop bidding because there's some things I want just to collect and to have it, but I don't want to interfere with somebody's source of income. So I'll just pull back and stop. So if I see Chris or Dawn, Two Hip Chicks, or anybody that I know that's a full-time reseller, I'm not gonna run up the bid on anybody or try to get it from them. 99 times out of 100, I'll just pull back and let them, um, win the auction or participate in the auction because it's for us part-timers. It's not that important. The Great Silence. Huh. I've never even heard of that one. I have to look that one up. Oh yeah, we got a lot of resellers in PA, that's for sure. Yeah, go back and watch Dominic's very first video. I think Dom's first two or three, he doesn't show his face. So it's not like hilarious as mine. Mine is like comedy. It's so bad. Dominic's is not bad. It's just different. Doesn't show his face at first and stuff like that. Some YouTube content creators are more funny than others when you watch their very first one. I love commenting too on these videos that are years old and throwing a comment on there. It's pretty funny. Yeah, it's too late now, Chris. Everybody's gonna go watch it. You can't say on the internet, "Don't go watch my first video." Everybody's gonna go watch your first video now. DC Cells, welcome to my live stream. Glad you are here. Yeah, those are good too. High Plains Drifter, um, Two Mules for Sister Sarah. I don't think there's a Clint Eastwood movie that I don't like. But yeah, Pale Rider. Those are all good for sure. 60 Degrees, Bakersfield, and Fresno. Okay, nice. And you like it there in that area of California? I think if I lived in California, that's probably, I don't know where I would live. I had friends that lived in Yucca Valley by Palm Springs, close to Death Valley, and they loved it there. That's probably what I would want to do. Someplace very dry, um, but small, not overly populated. So either Central California or more like Joshua Tree, Yucca Valley, Palm Springs area. If I lived out there, that's probably what I would do. I don't know. Mrs. Midwest won't move to California though. Let's see. Whoa, man. StreamYard is the devil. It makes you think you're caught up and you are not. He's only a couple hours away from me. Yeah, that's what I was predicting, months ago, 6 months ago, that when this public health emergency dies down, there's going to be massive meetups, reseller meetups, and get-togethers. It's going to be fun. They should have been paid. Not sure what that means. Oh, okay. The problem with sheds that I notice and this is not because I know from personal experience, but just watching resellers on YouTube, is once they buy a shed, it takes no time at all to fill it up, and they have to buy a second shed and then a third shed. And they should have just bought a massive pole barn to begin with. But like Cat the Nurse Flipper, she's got multiple sheds on her property. Kevin Commonwealth Picker's talking about getting a second shed. Um, Lonnie Garage Flips, I don't think he's talking about a second shed yet. So usually it's buy a shed and then rent a storage unit and then buy a second shed and close down the storage unit and then get another storage unit again and then get a third shed. That's kind of funny because as you scale up your business, you run out of room fast. Yeah, thank you for that. Yeah, there's a lot of great YouTube content creators here for sure. Okay, yeah, I need two though. Two masks. I got to mail one to Harry. So yeah, that would be fun. Me and Harry putting on the facial mask live. Change my name, but yeah, I know one guy. No, I know two people that changed their name legally, and it had nothing to do with getting married. They just didn't like their name, and they had to hire an attorney, and it was a huge headache. Yeah, booths are tempting. Yeah, Jennifer's great dropping links. No, Peter is in Illinois. He's in Crystal Lake, Illinois. Show Me Picker is in Missouri, but I don't know where. Yeah, I don't know if I can handle that. I think we'll do one thing at a time. But facial mask and eating a gross candy cane, maybe. Yeah, no, you are Beth. You are welcome to provide feedback. That's what we call it. We don't call it critiques. We don't call it anything else. It's feedback, and feedback is always valuable. Some value to it, even if it's wrong or dumb. I love feedback. I love it when people say, "Hey, your lighting is terrible. I can't see you. You got shadows under your eyes, whatever." It sounds like a critique and it sounds mean, but it's actually feedback that's valuable because then I'll invest in better lighting. Or if they tell me they can't hear me, I'm not loud enough in my recorded videos. I created a parabolic microphone to pick up my sound because people were telling me I was either too quiet or the audio wasn't loud enough. So I love feedback as long as it's, you know, nice feedback and not mean feedback. Yeah. Yeah, somebody said last week there are no friends in auctions, something like that. Yeah, and I'll bid to a point and then I'll just stop. Da, 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 da. It doesn't really matter, I don't think. No, my eBay store name is my email, DPT334. I mean, that's my eBay account name. Yeah, my eBay store name is Your Daily Discounts. So to each his own. I don't think you would have to change your YouTube name to that, but if you wanted to, you could. Mm-mm-mm. No, your videos are fine, Chuck. I've seen them. They're perfectly fine. The only improvements anybody could make, I guess, is in technology, but that's not necessary. You know, like look, I always use the example of Peter, the Craigslist hunter. He has very boring thumbnails. He doesn't have special effects. He doesn't have sound effects like I do. Um, and he has 149,000 subscribers. So it all depends on the content, is I think is most important. Now, it never hurts to have better technology or better lighting or better sound and all that kind of stuff, but it's not necessary at all. If you have great content, people will overlook not being polished. It's not a big deal. Hey, Louie's here. Welcome, welcome, Louie. Glad you made it. Welcome to my live stream. Man, I am so far behind. Uh, Yeah, I know people that bounce around in and out of California, Texas, all over the place. Uh, yeah. You mean vacation or to live? I know it's not to live. Yeah, that's one state I've never vacationed in California. I came really close, Las Vegas, but never made it to California. Some people love it. They absolutely love the climate, all the conveniences. Yeah, some people don't. Palm Springs, there you go. I was just talking about Palm Springs. We had friends out there, um, Yucca Valley area. Yeah, that sounds nice. Yeah. Um, if you haven't seen Richard's channel, um, Ford Ford Pinto flips, Ford Pinto backwards flips. He's got a great YouTube channel. He's got a nice setup in his house, like a 50s diner with a booth. And he's invested in technology. He's got some great videos too. Check out his bolos. Um, I think Richard does more what sold on eBay videos than sourcing videos. A lot of good information on Richard's channel. Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, Yeah, if you visit Brian, bring a bag of cash. Yeah, me and Mrs. Midwest, our goal for 2021 is to sell our house and get a new house. So we want to be in a new house by December 2021. We want more space. We live in a bi-level, so we want a ranch that's all on one level with, main floor laundry. And of course, it'll probably have a basement, but it's not going to have a living space or not much living space. We want to like live on the first floor. And then I want property, 3 to 5 acres. Nothing wrong with the house we're in. We're just kind of outgrowing it and just need more space. Fenced in area in the backyard, so we could buy a dog and it can run around safely, stuff like that. So that's my goal for 2021. I know a lot of people talk about their New Year's resolutions and goals for 2021. All right. How you doing, Pearl? I know you told me your name. Yeah, we talked about this before, and I totally butcher your name. Can I call you Pearl? Welcome to my live stream. Glad you're here. I see you all the time, especially Instagram. No shed for you. All right. And Harry says L. Wow, let me go to YouTube here. Dang. So I'm looking at YouTube. 39 in the chat. Wow. 22 thumbs up. I can't believe it. I'm glad you guys are here. Very nice. Yeah, probably don't do that. Tell her Midwest Picker said veto. Yeah, that's true. Wendy bought a tile from me. So yeah, that alone put me into the profit. So I bought a box of like 28 tiles for $10. So yeah, you're right. Every tile I sell now is pure profit. So I think I mentioned that in a sourcing video when I went to the Secret Honey Hole thrift store. They had this rectangular box full of these tiles, and I just looked in it and I looked at a few, and they're all hand painted, and it said $10 for the box. That's a no-brainer, and I don't even know anything about tiles. So, if you're at a thrift store or a garage sale or an estate sale and you see a box that's closed, don't feel weird or nosy. Open those boxes and look in them. A lot of really good stuff is closed up inside of a box, and people walk right past it. People don't want to stop to open it up. And this was closed up, and I opened it. I'm like, yeah, it's in a thrift store. Why not? So I peeked inside, and I was like, wow, this is like treasure. So if you see closed, sealed boxes, open them up and check out what's inside. Yeah, that's an idea. Never thought of that. See if I can get any semblance of catching up. Wow, I'm guessing, Chris, they had to build it custom. That's why it took so long. You guys are funny. Yeah, and he'd probably fill it up in no time too, just like a shed. Yeah, that's an exciting and scary adventure, Chris. I hope you guys do really well. Yeah, two people. I mean, you see, for lack of a better word, a one-man show, um, kind of like Cat the Nurse Flipper. They can do very, very well. When you bring in a second person, man, you can really make a killing. You can do really, really good. Yeah, that'd be interesting, Chuck, because then you wouldn't have to. I mean, you could hook up electricity and gas. You wouldn't have to hook up water, or you could use a space heater if you needed it. But yeah, that would be just the cost of moving it is a lot cheaper than probably a shed that size. You have to do the math, see if it's worth it. But yeah, that would be cool. Yeah, we're glad you're here. There's a lot of good resellers here, Rodney, in the chat. A lot of content creators, myself, of course. But um, yeah, this is like my 20th live video, and I got over 100 and some recorded videos. But yeah, majority of people in the chat have great content. For your channel, are you most excited about in the new year? For my channel, I'm most excited about this stupid public health emergency being done and over with so that we have live in-person auctions, garage sales, I mean, we had garage sales before, but I think people were a little hesitant. In flea markets, we had those before too, but I'm just excited to get back to the in-person activities. In-person live auctions are just a hoot. I just love them. So that, and probably one way or another, possibly having a GoPro camera. I don't know if that'll happen. There's some non-GoPro cameras that are like different brands that are a lot cheaper that do the exact same thing. Maybe I could look into that. I know Dawn, Two Hip Chicks, uses a non-GoPro branded camera, and it works great, and she loves it. So probably those two things. I don't know much else. Haven't really thought about it. Thrifty Lobster. Welcome, Lobster. Glad you are here. This man is busy on Instagram. People check out Lobster on Instagram. He is always posting videos and pictures all the time. Yeah. This is Midwest will probably pop in and say something. Yeah, I have overflow into the laundry room, into the hallway outside the eBay office, a little bit in the garage. That's one thing I got to do is list items in the garage, like on Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace. I got to get into Facebook Marketplace because I have big things like car parts I don't want to ship. I could easily sell on Facebook Marketplace. Well, look who's here. Don't ever be sorry, Don. You're fine. I was just talking about you. And I bugged Don probably every 2 months. I asked Don the exact same question. No, I'm gonna get out this pad of paper, and I'm gonna get a pen, and I'm gonna write it down because she's sick of me asking. What's the brand of the camera that she uses? That's kind of like a GoPro, but it's not a GoPro. It's like a bi-monthly question. I have to ask Dawn, and I always forget, and she's probably getting annoyed. But that's what e-sisters are for. But if you wouldn't mind telling me the brand, I'll look into that because I don't necessarily have to have a GoPro brand. Brockport, New York. Yeah, prime time is from New York. Not too far from Syracuse, I think. New house. Well, thank you very much, Beth. Yeah, maybe I'll even make a video of the experience. It's never fun. When I went to nursing school, we had to study like Maslow's hierarchy of needs in the 5 stages of grieving. All of the psychological stuff that Dominic knows all about. But like the 5 biggest stressors in life is the death of a loved one, changing jobs, a divorce, moving, and something else like I can't remember, even having a baby. Even though it's positive and it's good, it's still stressful, good stress. But moving is like one of the top 5 stressful things that a person experiences in their life. And it is positive. It's exciting. You know, if you want to move, if you don't want to move, you lose your house. Of course, that's doubly stressful. But even if you want to move and you're excited about it and it's a good thing, it's still extremely stressful. The packing, the listing, the selling, the financials, 2 mortgages at once. And yeah, we're excited. Um, and this is not our first rodeo. We've moved before, so we're gonna plan it, purge and throw stuff away, pack stuff up, maybe put stuff in storage, try to make the transition as easy as possible. Yeah, I don't know. For my channel, that's hard to say. It could happen. I don't know. Good question. Down the rabbit hole. Welcome, welcome to my live stream. Glad you are here. We're talking about facial masks. I just sold a facial mask stuff, cream, whatever, that has bee venom in it. So I was asking people in the chat, have you ever, yeah, Dawn too, have you ever used a facial mask for cleansing and then you peel it off with bee venom in it? I just sold that on eBay. Harry and I might do a live together where we put a facial mask on live and then peel it off. See if we look any better. I'm gonna say we don't look any better. Hey Roy, welcome, welcome. You made it. It's so funny. A little bit of trivia too. Yeah, and Roy's got a great channel. I've been shouting out other great channel YouTube content creators. If you guys don't know Roy, RK Treasure Center, he has a fantastic channel. Bit of trivia. Roy's wife's name is the same as my mother-in-law's name. Very small world. Me and Dominic, primetime treasure hunter, we have the same wedding anniversary, New Year's Eve. Very small world of the reselling community it is. But Roy, I'm glad you're here. Trying to catch up. I think this is one of my most successful live streams ever. When Mrs. Midwest came on for the very first time, I think we hit 39 in the chat. So for a non-Mrs. Midwest, this is crazy. We got a lot of people in here tonight. Oh, let's see. Oh, I was going to share my screen. I don't know that I can ever get caught up enough to do that. Yeah, Chris, that was a very good buy you got there. That was a lot of cassettes. Wow. That's awesome. I have 380 listings. I'm not anywhere near that. I'm more like 2,800. So you must be really cranking out the sales, probably higher margins than me too. Sure can, Chuck. Let me go to my channel here. Hit refresh. Chuck is asking how many watch hours I have because you need 4,000 to be monetized on YouTube. I'm at 3239. So I'm slowly getting there. Slowly, slowly. Yeah, that's the other thing I like about reselling community. Everybody's very humble. I have never been to a channel, and I've seen a lot of resellers on YouTube. I've never been to a single reseller channel where they were smug or arrogant or I know everything and I'm the best reseller in the world. I've never seen that. Other communities like car repair or I don't know, other communities, you might see people like that think they're the best of the best. I've never seen that in reselling. Everybody's very humble, very helpful. For the most part, very transparent about, you know, what to source and what sells and all that kind of stuff. Frugal Peanut Reseller, I love the name. Welcome to my live stream. Glad you are here. Oh my gosh, I just noticed it's 9:04. I was planning to be done at 9. Yeah, I have a GoPro. I kind of wish I would. Insta360. Write that down. Insta360. You think that's better or cheaper or both? Insta360. Well, thanks for that. Thanks for that tidbit. I'm gonna have to look into that. Well, maybe I'll just have to read it to you instead of sharing the screen because I'm never have to go let the dog. Yeah, pardon me. Gotta make sure that dog gets outside. It is a cam pack. Cam pack. Cam pack. All right, Dawn, I wrote it down. I will not bug you again. Or it might be a cam park. I'll go with cam pack for now. Yep, Dominic's in Syracuse. That's a quaint little town. Yeah, I'm shocked, Roy. It's crazy. Roy, I know you've done a few live videos. Have you ever done any interviews where you interview other people on your channel, or have you been interviewed on somebody else's channel? The reselling community is getting so massive, it's hard to keep up. I'm just curious if you've done either one of those. Oh, okay. Yep, he just mentioned he's in Syracuse. All right, I'm going to read. I have a document. I don't know that I can share my screen because I'm probably going to break it, the internet, and I'm already over. No, thank you. Yeah, I sold 3 of them for $40. So yeah, most people have said in the chat they would not use them, but they would definitely sell them. Well, thanks, Chuck. I appreciate that. So I'm going to read you my year in review for 2020 instead of trying to share my screen because I'm not smart enough to do that. What does that say? Because there is a yeah, I can't see what that does when I click it. So I'm not going to do that. I'm sorry I'm falling behind on the chat in case you're asking questions. I know. I'm telling you, Jason, I need a virtual assistant. Okay, here we go. I'm going to read this because I'm over time. This is year in review for 2020. For my YouTube, now this is as of December 31st, 2020. The statistics have changed. Total videos uploaded, 92. Total live videos, 20. Most views for one video, 24,000. That's the dodgeball video that I'm not in. The least views for one video is 20, and that's the video where I talk about me being in a movie, which apparently nobody cares about because it's only got 20 views. Total views for the channel, 39,800. That's for the year 2020. 1,116 subscribers gained. For eBay, total gross sales, $7,986. Don't tell Mrs. Midwest because I told her it was only $700, so keep that secret. Total transactions, 366. Average sale price, $21.81. Single biggest sale, $145. Single smallest sale, $3. So that is my year in review for 2020. Yeah, I do too, Jonathan. Thanks, Roy. Yeah, it's getting there. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. Roy's a busy man. Thank you, Richard. I appreciate that. Yeah, I do that with other people too. We're trying to get Nana Tink up to 4,000 hours too by watching her playlist. Oh, okay. I'll be looking for that. Don't be nervous. You'll be fine. Yeah, I always see people, hey, I'm caught up. Look at that. I even took a break. Yeah, I see content creators drop off. We all know who they are. I'm not going to name names, but they just get super busy. Or they go back to a full-time job and they don't have time for YouTube, or they just need a break. You'll have that every year, and I don't blame them. And some people drop out for a couple months and then they come back. Well, thanks, Jennifer. You didn't have to do that. Jennifer's great at dropping links. I appreciate that. Well, it is 9:09, and I've got the name of 2 cameras, Insta360 and Cam Pack or Cam Park. So I got what I came here for. So the Bolos is facial mask. If you're at Marshall's, TJ Maxx, anywhere, and they have a clearance section, look at those HBA items, look for those markdown items, use your eBay app on your phone, scan them. Those bee venom facial masks, I think I paid $2 a piece. cost a good $6. I took a best offer of 40. So keep your eye out for that. That's a great goal because right now I'm at about 1 video a week. So that's a good goal. I could probably push it to 2 a week, maybe. See you, Chuck. Well, thank you. I appreciate you guys being here. Thank you for all the compliments. It is good. It's a good place to get Bolo's new information. Jay Marie, did Joey share his New Year's? No, no. He's gonna do that on the next live 1 week from today. But I'm already over the 9 o'clock hour. I appreciate all the compliments. Thank you guys for being here. I love sharing Bolos and what sells with you guys. So the Bolo is HBA. Look for those cosmetics markdowns, especially red tags at Marshall's. And we're gonna call it a night. See you guys.